Welcome to the TOEFL IBT Listening Mock Test. In this section, you will have an opportunity to demonstrate your ability to understand spoken English in an academic environment. Please listen carefully to each audio track and choose the best answer for each question. You may take notes while you listen. Please note that the audio will play continuously. Press the spacebar to pause the video after each question if you need more time to answer. Now, let's begin.
Did you manage to fix the leak under the sink? I heard you switched apartments last month. Do you know why the Wi-Fi keeps disconnecting? Could you proofread my cover letter before I send it? Isn't the farmer's market usually held on Sundays? Why does my phone battery drain so quickly? Have you decided which university to attend? Do you think we should reschedule the picnic?
I just realized the numbers on slide 12 don't match the report we sent the client.
Oh no, are you sure? Let me pull it up.
Yeah, I think I copied last quarter's figures by mistake.
Okay, don't panic. The meeting isn't until 2, so we still have time to fix it and resend the deck.
Good. I'll correct it right now and send you the updated version to double check.
Hi. I was wondering if it's possible to get a short extension on the essay. My laptop crashed and I lost some of my work.
I'm sorry to hear that. Professor Alvarez usually allows a 48-hour extension for technical issues, but you'll need to email her directly with the details.
Okay. Should I mention when the laptop crashed?
Yes, and if you have any screenshots of the error, that would help support your request.
Good afternoon, passengers. This is a reminder that the dining room will switch to its evening dress code starting at 6 p.m. tonight. Casual wear is welcome at the buffet on Deck 9 throughout the evening for guests who prefer not to dress formally. Also, tonight's sunset viewing on the top deck has been moved up 30 minutes due to changing weather conditions.
Have you ever noticed that an unfinished task seems to linger in your mind far more persistently than something you've already completed? This tendency has a name in psychology, the Zeigarnik effect, named after the Soviet psychologist Bluma Zeigarnik, who first documented it in the 1920s after observing that waiters could remember complex unpaid orders in vivid detail, yet quickly forgot the details the moment payment was completed. Zeigarnik later confirmed this pattern experimentally. She had participants work on a series of simple tasks, such as solving puzzles, but interrupted them partway through roughly half of the tasks, while allowing them to finish the rest without interruption. When asked afterward to recall which tasks they had worked on, participants remembered the interrupted, unfinished tasks significantly better than the tasks they had completed. One explanation for this effect is that an unfinished task creates a kind of psychological tension. Because the brain treats incomplete goals as still active, it continues to allocate mental resources toward that task, keeping it more accessible in memory until it is either finished or consciously set aside. Completed tasks, on the other hand, no longer require this ongoing attention, so the mind is free to let them fade. The Zeigarnik effect has been applied well beyond psychology labs. Television writers frequently end episodes on unresolved cliffhangers specifically to keep the story lingering in a viewer's mind until the next episode. Productivity experts also cite the effect when recommending that people jot down an unfinished task's next concrete step before switching to something else, since doing so can reduce the mental tension of leaving it incomplete without needing to actually complete it.
You will now begin Module 2. Listen carefully to the following audio tracks and answer the questions.
1. Is the shuttle bus running on its normal schedule today? 2. I can't believe how much traffic there is this morning. 3. Do you want me to save you a seat at the lecture? 4. Why did you switch your major to economics? 5. Could you double-check that I attached the right file? 6. Have you ever been to the new rooftop restaurant downtown? 7. Why is the copier out of order again? 8. Do you know if the museum offers student discounts?
Man, have the supplies for the pop-up shop arrived yet?
Not yet, actually. I just got an email saying the shipment is stuck at customs.
That's not great, considering the event is this weekend.
I know. I already emailed the supplier to see if they can expedite it, but I haven't heard back yet.
Attention drivers. Level 3 of the parking garage will be closed for repaving beginning tomorrow morning and is expected to reopen by Friday afternoon. Vehicles currently parked on Level 3 must be moved by 7 p.m. tonight. Alternative parking is available on Levels 1, 2, and 4 at no additional cost during the closure. After a widely reported plane crash, many people report feeling nervous about flying, even though air travel remains statistically far safer than driving a car. Psychologists explain this gap between perceived and actual risk using a concept called the availability heuristic, a mental shortcut in which people judge the likelihood or frequency of an event based on how easily examples of it come to mind, rather than on actual statistical data. Vivid, dramatic, or heavily publicized events are far easier to recall than mundane, common ones, which distorts our sense of how often they actually occur. A plane crash receives extensive media coverage and lingers vividly in memory, while the far more frequent, less dramatic reality of car accidents rarely makes national news, making car travel feel deceptively safer than it statistically is. This heuristic affects judgment far beyond travel safety. For example, after watching news coverage of a shark attack, beachgoers may overestimate the actual danger sharks pose, despite such attacks being extraordinarily rare compared to far more common causes of injury at the beach. Similarly, people often overestimate their chances of winning the lottery after hearing about a recent winner, while underestimating comparatively higher risks that simply receive less media attention. Understanding the availability heuristic doesn't eliminate it entirely, but researchers suggest that deliberately seeking out statistical data, rather than relying on memorable anecdotes or recent news coverage, can help people form more accurate assessments of real-world risk.
Great job! You've completed both Module 1 and Module 2. Keep practicing, and you'll achieve your target score in no time. For more TOEFL tips, strategies, and practice tests, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. See you in the next video.